The new Sanitation Hygiene Fund aims to boost the work of such communities, but it needs massive amounts of money to do so. The fund is hosted by UNOPS, that's the United Nations Office for Project Services, and its Executive Director, Grete Faremo, explains how they're trying to attract potential investors. First, I ask her why she believes that sanitation and hygiene just does not attract sufficient global attention.
I've asked myself that question so many times because I think we all see that clean water and sanitation is at the core of development to any community, family, or individual. Maybe it's because we take it a bit too much for granted. And also maybe it is because we don't really focus on funding and mechanisms to bring the attention to this particular area. When we look at education, you and I see many times girls drop out. And we wonder why. Well, actually, UNOPS in its infrastructure work very often see that schooling comes down to proper sanitation facilities. And when we talk about medical facilities, if there is not access to clean water, well, those facilities would not work. And polluted water, we also bring bad health. So we're reminded in so many of our projects how important clean water and sanitation is. And we want to gender mainstream our infrastructure projects. And looking into the role women and girls play in fetching water, it's also key when we talk about gender mainstreaming to understand how we, through bringing clean water and sanitation, also can actually help gender equality in a big way.
The model, the approach of UNOPS is very much one that's based on implementation. So just give us an idea of how this new Sanitation and Hygiene Fund will complement your activities.
So among the services we offer is also fund management. And we have managed funds that include better access to health services. It can be, as I mentioned, in the health and sanitation sector. It can also be in security, rule of law. We see that proper fund management and how you build these mechanisms, they matter to how you engage partners. And that is where I also think UNOPS can play a big role in building attention with and partnerships that can also bring this initiative to scale.
So, of course, those new initiatives will include reaching out to potential investors. How optimistic are you of engaging with them?
I think definitely that the potential is there. And bringing partners along, I think also will help to build better awareness around this, because as I started out by pointing to, water, clean water is at the core, and also good sanitation facilities are at the core for development of communities, gender equality, and so many things that also matter to investors. So by building this mechanism right, I think, again, it will attract investors and ensure that we are able to bring a step change to the attention of the SG number 6. So the whole focus is operational. So it's not at the political level, but to be successful at the political level, you need somebody to implement well, and that's where we sit.
The Executive Director of UNOPS.